Good evening, good morning, good day, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. Haven't checked on my sound levels here, but we'll try and get the microphone correct. How is everybody doing on this fine morning? We are flying from Ireland today, and we got 3 members of the team. Big shout out to Kevin. Kevin, you made it! You're awake.
I did. I got up, surprisingly.
I think airliners just get you excited. That's what I think. If it had been something else, you'd been like, eh.
And we're playing from home.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there you go. So, double threat.
Exactly.
No, great to have you along, and also delighted to have on the stream today. It is Dark Fury. Dark, how you doing?
Good morning. It's Saturday. How do we all do feeling on a Sunday morning?
Not bad. I'm just getting ready for the imminent time clock change in the UK tomorrow.
That should be fun.
Did you forget about that?
No, I'm just looking forward to the kids getting up an hour early.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to sleep into 9 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be good. And also joining us today, it is our favorite producer in the world, Nick. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You?
I'm okay. I'm alright. I'll see how the day goes. It's actually my son's birthday today, so we've already kind of had a round of presents this morning.
Happy birthday to him.
Various Lego pieces and things like that. And the dog was really frustrated because the dog... Hey! Dark Fury, thank you so much. Committed with the £3 donation. Thank you. That will help. Oh, the Phoenix Fund. Oh, I've got to write that one down then. Right, I got to make note of that. The Phoenix Fund, yes. So apologies to anybody who was watching. I am flying the fly-by-wire. There is Phoenix in the stream, but not by me. But we're having a chat about it, and I am going to look to getting the Phoenix at some point in the future. So yes, that goes towards that. Thank you, Dark Fury. You're such a gentleman.
As always, just like to see you dance.
Yeah, that's it. And I will. I shall. God, it's been a while. Right. So I think we're all trying to hot start. I think varying degrees of success. Kevin, you've been having some issues. We've got a fellow by the name of Power 4380 on the runway there. If you're watching, Power, do let us know in the chat. Great to have you along. And who's Rock d'Azur? Just another random aircraft that happens to be in the tarmac. It's coming up as a chair. I suspect it might be something else. What does the tag say it is? Doesn't actually say at all. Anyway, there is. Alright, Dark Fury, what are you flying now? Are you in the Phoenix today?
Yeah, I'm in the Phoenix Positive Rate livery.
Okey-doke. And then we've got Nick beside us, and Kev, are you still booting in?
I am indeed, yeah. The latest update was supposed to make loading times faster, but in this case I think it's made things slower.
Huh.
Yeah.
Strange. There are some new settings in there which I haven't actually taken a good look at.
True.
But yeah, something on the list. Anyway, we're taking another great look at Cork Airport, which is the biggest, smallest airport in Ireland. There's only 4 gates on it. By God, it is lovely. I'd love to see this in real life, and it's beautifully rendered. Available from Orbix. Just a stunning little bit of love here, I think. And of course, we all know about the little Easter egg out in the. Where is it? Now, I take it that's the old terminal. We didn't really look closely at that before, Kev.
The one down to the south, yeah, that's the old terminal there.
Yeah, this
that
is the old terminal.
Closed in, I think it was 2005 that closed it to open the new one. Yeah.
Properly boarded up. Strange. You think they'd do something with it. Anyway, so if you come in through where is it? There it is. There's a taxi sign there. And it is still there. So, excuse me. I'm pretty sure they've had updates on this, but obviously either no one's picked up on it or no one's complained.
They actually haven't updated it in a while. So,
yeah.
Apparently I've been told that's actually realistic.
I'll take
It
your word
is in a
for it.
way, actually. They do have, like, it's in the place where they put the taxi sign. So it says taxa on the taxis.
I can just imagine now like a black cab from London just pulling up outside all the Irish.
But outside the terminal too, you've got a beautiful render of the multi-story car park, various parking bits over here. Oh, there's a hotel too as well, Cork International Hotel.
Yep.
That's kind of neat. Which looks, I'm getting some interesting. Is that a reflection?
So if it's stream catch up.
It looks like it's.
Yeah, it's reflecting on the windows.
It's not. It's just hollow. Or
Oh yeah.
it's, yeah, it's like some of the. There's a slight flaw in it, but it's all. We can forgive it. It's a great package. I think a heck of a deal. Especially if you like flying out of Ireland, which we do, because this is the second time we're doing Cork anyway. And this time we've got a runway that doesn't force us to backtrack. So that's cool. Right, so my passengers are all loaded. Sorry, I didn't actually see if you'd come in yet, Kev. Are you still kind of loading?
Yeah, no, it's still stuck halfway. I don't know what the story is.
Okay. I think we'll start prepping anyway, because we are flying to Amsterdam. It is a bit
Tell you
of a
what, I'm going to
long way.
load into Waterford because I'll be able to catch up with you that way then.
Perfect. I was just thinking that if there was like a halfway point or something like that. So anyway, talk through the routes. Get my my handy dandy Navigraphy up here. Right. We go to my fancy screen here. Ooh. Right. So we're taking off from Cork. We are using the Timsa 1S departure, which will take us on runway heading and then a sharp left turn up to the north towards Timso.
Oh, yeah, no, Tim's departure, yeah.
Skirting over the coast of Ireland. He said this will probably take us over Dublin, Kev.
Yeah, you have Liffey as a waypoint, that's a waypoint. I think there's Liffey 1 Alpha's departure of Dublin, so that's the end point of that.
Perfect. So that's going to be quite neat. Jayhawk says, "Oh, catch you later." He's off shopping with people. Beluga says loading times for him are greatly improved, actually. So that's interesting.
Yeah, they are improved in other airports, but with Cork, it seems it's just gotten stuck.
Yeah, strange.
So it could be that the airport needs an update on that.
Possibly, yeah. So anyway, we're heading up to Liffey, and then it is right across, skirting across northern England there by the looks of it, or at least the Midlands. All the way straight into Amsterdam. Now, the approach into Amsterdam, which isn't mentioned on this map, but we're using the Lambzo approach into Amsterdam, which does a kind of, I was looking at the approach part chart here. So we kind of come into Schiphol. I've calibrated obviously below flight level 230 for Lambzo, and then I think it asked me for a flight level on ETPOS, so I think I put in about 15,000 for that, just to kind of split the difference between that and then getting below 10,000 at Schiphol. But when we come in, so I think that's Schiphol there. Yeah, so Schiphol coming into here, and then it is kind of almost overflying the airport, and then out and doing a right-hand circuit into runway 27, I think we got. Now, the weather. Have you looked at the weather, Kev?
I have it up in front of me, actually, and I've looked out the window too.
Well, I'm talking about the weather for Amsterdam.
Oh, for Amsterdam, I can pull that up there.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see.
It's interesting.
Is this? Okay.
Ooh, yes.
Give me
Unless
2
it has a
seconds there,
change.
and
So we are currently showing...
oh, Christ.
Yeah.
Those winds.
240 T6 gusting
37.
Gusting 37, yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. But I'm sure we'll manage. 240, yeah, 240 T6 gusting 37, yeah. So yes, it should be a challenging landing. It's going to be rain as well, so it could be quite an overcast. I didn't actually look at the visibility. Mind you, it says visibility is open, so that's an interesting one, but it's still saying rain.
You're cutting a bit there, Willie. I think it could be my own internet now, but You're kind of cutting in and out.
I'm cutting in and out.
I think, anyways. It might be my own internet.
Okay.
No, it's this. Yep, same here.
It's cutting in
okay,
and
so
out.
that's your end.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Okay. Well, let's see if it stabilizes. Is it buffering or is it just...
No, it seems like it's just kind of cutting. Like, there's a loose connection or something.
Okay. Check my side here. I don't think there's anything wrong on my end.
It could be through Discord though.
It seems pretty stable at the moment. Raise my hand.
Alright, stream is fine, yeah. Because I have the stream muted so I can actually hear you on Discord now.
Okay.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, raise my... Okay, it looks okay. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on
It
it.
must be the Discord server, so.
Yeah, keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. Bluga says stream is fine for him, so that's okay. Bluga says Manchester was terrible until he got above 6,000. Alright, and he loves flying over Dublin, both in the sim and in real life. I haven't had the pleasure yet, Bluga. Now, we are talking, Kev, about possibly in the summer the family going over to the Republic this year, but we'll probably drive.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because that's just, that's the kind of guy I am. And I think we'll be bringing the dog with us as well, so.
Nice one, yeah.
Dog gets a nice little holiday as well, you say, so.
Yeah. So it's like, would you come through Belfast and stuff like that with the stand-up race, or?
Yeah, possibly. If we go from Stranraer then kind of come down that way.
Yeah.
Brandishing passports as we cross over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You need those now, don't you? Because when
I
took the I took the bus from Cork to Wales.
I think they actually check the passports when you go into Northern Ireland.
That's interesting. That could cause a bit
you
of a scandal.
don't need them.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about this. I don't know. Hey, this is a very delicate subject, so I don't really want to get. We're gonna cause some sort of fight in the chat. we get the wrong person from the wrong side of the island in the chat with the wrong opinion. Yeah. Anyway, so never mind. Okay, I think everything's ready to go. I'll just do some final checks on my FMS. So we've got the flight plan, and I've got a discontinuity there, but I'm going to leave that because that's kind of runway heading, turning towards Timso, and then we'll just plug in Liffey Direct, and then likewise on the other side we've got the Schiphol approach. Maybe it's gotten rid of that discontinuity, strangely enough. Okay. It looks like that's going to take us straight, but we'll have a closer look once we get up in the air and make sure that all looks correct and viable. So I am going to arm the beacon, get the APU going here. And Nick, Dark, are you guys close to ready for pushback? Or? That was an ominous. That was an ominous laugh.
I just wait for Dark to pass and then I can push.
Oh, hang on. I've got engine failure, brake failures. Nick. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to wait.
I'm gonna go. Here we go.
Let's start it. Oh, here we go. Quick check on those doors. Being shut, yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. So it seems like there's a lot of flight sim news at the moment. I don't want to get into it too much until we get into the air, but yeah, I think there's a lot to talk about. Seems to be a lot of moving parts at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's getting pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's some good stuff, but then there's also a bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll cover a lot once we get up there.
That's true.
And I think once we get settled into cruise altitude, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea as well. I kind of stopped drinking coffee and tea, but lately I've kind of gotten back into the habit of it now. Right, so that is APU started, so we can turn off the external power. Quick look outside. And one last look at Cork Airport before we get underway here. Keep playing the same Rotten 2 songs at the same time. Strange. Okay, I'm gonna close that cockpit door as well. Oh, the other way. Come on. There we go. Door locked. Transponder on there, I think. And we are ready for pushback. Is there anything I'm thinking about? Transition altitude is 5,000 if I read the chart correctly. And
Yep, that's correct. That's all of Ireland.
yeah, we're good to go. So we won't worry about takeoff configuration yet. Start pushing back. Release the brakes. Back we go. Engines to crank. Engine 1. Watch that N1 build. Hard to know where the taxiway is here. Oh, there it is. I see it.
There's the big yellow line.
It's just
That red
not-
one is the apron marker.
Yeah, it's not obvious on this part here
Yeah,
for
that's
some
right.
reason.
Right, gentlemen, I'll see you in Amsterdam.
Almost misgauged it, almost ended up in the grass, but I'm okay. I'm alright. Think that'll do. Parking brake on, we can that's the two driver. Oh, we put on our chrono. Do. There we go. Off he goes. Thank you very much, sir, for your service. Go celebrate with a pint of Guinness. Okay, and got a good engine 1 start, engine 2. I'll just do, while I'm doing that, quick check on V speeds. I think everything's all set. Yeah, got everything in there. And I think once we get that set, we'll do a flight control check. Yeah, the other guys are getting on. Ooh, Nick's doing something interesting.
But she is excellent, it's her.
He's doing the Harlem Shuffle in airplane.
That is most likely G6.
Wait for that.
Looks like the 737 is the problem with my sim, by the way. It seems it's frozen again, so I'm going to probably be flying the Airbus for the first time in a while.
Okie dokie. Right, so that's good engine start. We'll turn off the APU there. Now, at this point, do flight control check. Where is it? There we go. So, Pull back. Pull forward. Center. Bank left. Bank right. Center. Speed brake check. Fine. Pull left rudder. Pull right rudder. Center. Looking good. Okay. I'll take it down the flaps 1. Oh, slot's not configured. Yeah. Let's put on our taxi lights set to up, and we'll start making our way out to runway 16. I suppose, Nick, he's still using GSX, so you have to wait for 10 minutes while the guy has a coffee, talks to his mate.
Sorry, you have to wait 10 minutes for the
GSX with the tug driver before he detaches. He has to have a coffee, talk to his mate.
No, it's quite quick. No.
Play Angry Birds on his phone for 2 minutes.
Still haven't solved the problem of the brake temperatures, but yeah.
Oh right. So, is that where the temperatures were just skyrocketing? Spontaneously. Yeah. I had heard about that one.
Well, GSX is actually saying that it's not an issue with GSX. It's actually an issue with the Phoenix.
Right.
I recall this. I recall this argument, and I didn't realize that this is still going on because this is months old now, isn't it? Right. So. Thompson takeoff position. Where's the crew that we're about to take off? We want max auto brake for RTO, and what else do we want here? On a predicted wind shear, and ECAS 2 TARA.
Right, please prepare for takeoff.
There we go. Seatbelt signs will be good. They've been roaming around the cabin all this time. Oh dear. Strobes up. Lights on. Let's take off. Teal config check. No blue. Good to go. Alright, 5,000 initial altitude. We'll be doing a toga takeoff because I gotta chase Gav. I bought that quite a while ago. I bought the calculator tool and I never got an email saying here's where to download it.
Nice.
I think I wrote an email to the support address, never got anything back. So, but it's alright, I know where you find them and I know where you live, so I just keep meaning to chase it down. So I have no flex calculator that I've paid for. I probably could have got it for free anyway, but I was quite happy to throw a bit of money to him.
I'd just like to go back to the point of you saying that you've left the cabin roaming around.
Sure. Yeah, because my seatbelt sign is on.
Yeah, are you flying Ryanair?
Not intentionally.
Or has O'Leary been contacting your airline? No toilets, no seats.
That's it. Standing room only.
Standing cabin.
Yeah, standing cabin. That was one of the funniest ones I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like his reasoning behind it, I saw an interview with him. His reasoning behind standing cabin was logical. Like he was going to charge €1 for a standing seat, and that would reduce everyone's airfare by like 50% or something like that.
It's like those it's like them tickets you can get for cheap. $1.99, you can't get back.
And there's a guy just sitting on the runway. Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, they like to do that here in Cork, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's San Francisco all over again.
V1, rotate. Ooh, bit of a wind. Got a crosswind. Buzz brake, you're up. Applying thrust. All pile one. Flaps retracted. Look at that coastline. Wow, look at this. I just updated Rex Auto Seasons as well.
Oh, very good.
So it's Miss Beluga too. He's putting it into maintenance for a few months and then you can push back. Imagine a Ryanair landing while standing. Yeah. Well, you can't put it past Michael O'Leary to give it a good go. Wow, this is such a great... Oh, I love this takeoff, and it's clear as well. I think it was quite cloudy when we took off last time.
I think it was, yeah.
Just beautiful. Look, just suck in the beauty of Ireland here. Absolutely stunning.
I was looking at the chart there. Your departure is actually going to take you over the harbour. So let's see. You're turning northbound across Haven. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pass by Spike Island. You're going to pass over Cove, going over Middleton, and I think that is Tullow that you're going to be hitting to.
Very cool.
Have you? I don't know about you, Kevin, but have you seen the ones on flightsim.to which it extends the city of Cork to
Yes,
the harbour?
it's photogrammetry. So what that does is it takes now there's sandbanks in the harbour, but what the photogrammetry does is it goes to Loch Mahon, so that's kind of the northern section of the harbour, and it goes all the way down to the Lee Fields, which is a lovely place to walk. But it covers all the city centres and like a.
Take out that discontinuity. There we go. I'll take us straight on our way, and we fit 5,000. I think it ends at Tismo, doesn't it? So.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll bowl him off your nose there on the stream.
Well, I'm 60 miles from Dublin. Do you reckon
You're 60 miles from
60 miles from Dublin? If I look out on the left side of the window, do you think I'll still be able to see the new runway?
You should, if you don't have the MK sceneries, because that's releasing in the next couple of days.
Who makes
Oh,
that?
interesting.
Yeah, he put up on Facebook that he's looking to release it for across the pond.
Has he put an update price on? Because I know they were saying that even though you bought it, you're going to have to pay for the update.
Yeah, no, there's no prices released, so we'll have to wait and see.
Okay,
That's good.
I'm getting impatient. I think I'm going to go to flight level.
Well, once you get above 5,000, you're into the flight levels, so.
Yeah.
That's going to cause a right and brawl up, Kevin.
Oh, it will. Like, I'm not too impressed myself, to be honest. I'd like to be completely honest with you, because
Right.
the first version, while it's good, is very intensive, like when it comes to resources.
Standard. Off we go. Bye-bye, Ireland. Hopefully we'll get I think with the clouds we might still be able to see Dublin. I can see there's a bit of a cloud line on the horizon there, but hopefully it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah. Let's look what the weather's in Dublin.
Interestingly enough, I've got installed the City Park, and the other day I was sat on Platsim in Dublin, and the controller goes, is it 27? The new runway heading? 27 and 10 is it? And he says to him, you need to land on this runway, and he turns around and says, I don't have it, the scenery doesn't have it. So the controller made him land on grass.
What?
What?
Can you not just give him 2-8 left, or 2-8 right? Or 2-8 left, yeah, no.
You get some interesting controllers. I've met them. I met
Yeah.
some in real life as well. Like VATSIM controllers, but they're just complete asshats.
Yeah, I've never been too
Not
impressed
all
with a lot of UK
controllers.
controllers.
Not all are like that. Not all are like that, but
Yeah.
some of them can. I think they get a bit wrapped up in it, which is fine. I mean, you want it to be. It's good to have people who are passionate about it, but getting just completely obtuse and belligerent. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. So and I've had I don't really fly in VATSIM very often at all, but you know, in the past I've come up against some guys and they're just mean, and I said, you know what, I'll just disconnect, because what's the point of talking to you, and I'll just disconnect. And then I'll get a message like, well, that's a pretty poor attitude, and all, you know, because they don't like the fact that I've disconnected. But I'll just say, oh, no, I don't care you're there. I'm just gonna pretend that you don't exist.
No, I find though, like in the States, when I'm flying with DFD, I'm always getting really, like I say, the States or Canada, the controls are always lovely and really nice and cooperative.
Yeah,
you know, you go over to the UK, and it's rare to get a cooperative controller. They're always kind of, I feel like they're always against you.
Yeah.
Well, the UK ones, you've got to think that, especially if flying over London, it's a really busy airspace, so they haven't got the time to deal with, especially with events on, they haven't got time to deal with people who don't know how to fly the plane, don't know what to do.
Which is fair.
See, the thing is,
if
you don't know what, like if you don't know what to do, that's fair enough. But if you know what you're doing and you're doing things right, but then they make a mistake, I feel like it's always put onto you.
Sometimes it is, but everybody makes mistakes, but they don't see it like that. That's why it's better off just to go onto the VATSIM website and report it for that their unprofessional conduct.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you've got people who don't know how coming on VATSIM that don't know how to fly a plane. They're not following the ATC's instructions, and then you get them getting stressed out because they're not doing as they say.
Well, so that's fair, but then at that point it should be a pilot deviation. You know, obviously the VATSIM equivalent. Someone then needs to refer that pilot to whoever the local VATCAN is, or not VATCAN, but the controlling, so it'd be VAT UK or something like that.
Yeah.
And just have a word and say, look, you can't. You need to be familiar with your aircraft. You need to have done a bit of research. Most of these guys, I mean, they just don't know any better, but usually what I recommend, I've had some people approach and say, well, how do I learn? I said, the best thing to do is to join a virtual airline, and you'll find people within that airline, not everyone, but some of them, usually you'll get a guy who'll take you up and show you the ropes, you know, or girl. And that's how I learned, and that's the best way to do it, is just get someone to coach you, talk you through it, because to try and do independent learning and learn all this stuff without being able to ask questions, be interactive with someone who knows a bit more than you, it's really, really difficult to do on your own. And I think for these, if VATSIM is encountering these kind of people, or controls are encountering these kind of people, I think what they should say is, look, I don't want to upset you. Disconnect from the network. You're obviously not prepared to fly, but here's some suggestions about what you can do to improve so that you can come back and enjoy yourself, right? And are they doing that? Probably not. They're probably just saying, "Oh, you suck," and it's a shame, because it's avoiding, or not avoiding. You're missing an opportunity to grow the network, grow the interest. You know,
exactly.
For every person that's been spoken to in a nasty way or a condescending way, is one less person that we have who's going to be a long-term member of the flight simulation community, and that's, to me, that's upsetting and sad.
The problem, that's where the problem lies on VATSIM. VATSIM changed their rules to reduce and stop this, but yet you've still got people coming on that are not even doing the exam to come on. They get their friends to do it, so they don't know how to fly an aircraft, they don't know how to follow ATC, they're breaking rules, but then on the other hand, VATSIM doesn't have enough moderators, supervisors to deal with this, because
that's a problem.
There was a stream the other day where London Centre told a guy to go direct to Honley. The guy didn't respond on comms. He went 35 miles out of Honley, and then come on to comms and says, I don't know where Honley is, I don't know how to get there. He says, well, realistically, you need to know what you're doing, and you're in busy airspace. I cannot deal with you and deal with another 8-odd aircraft. It says you should know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It says otherwise, please disconnect, or I'll have to get a supervisor to come on and disconnect you, because you're causing issues.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the pilot chose to disconnect himself.
Right.
But then the pilot come back on 10 minutes later after disconnecting in the same place, because he must have paused it, and they were causing traffic conflicts, and your controller goes, right, I'm just getting a supervisor to disconnect you because you're causing trouble.
Yeah.
And pilot just started swearing at him. It's like, it works both ways.
Okay, now it turns into a permit ban.
but the problem is, even if the ATC don't want you, They still
Yeah.
have to wait for a supervisor to check it all, message back, read it all, and decide whether it's worth disconnecting you if you're still flying
Yeah.
or suspending you.
So I think here's my take on that. That's probably the correct process in the old days. The problem now is the community is exploded.
Yeah, it's so
And
big, like.
So we've got more people who are trying it out and trying all the different things on Flight Simulator and VATSIM than ever before, and part of the reason for that is because of the exposure through YouTube and Twitch, right? So there's a lot of people who just casually see it. Oh, Flight Simulator, that looks cool, I'll go get that. Oh look, he's flying on VATSIM, that looks cool, I'll go try that, right? So they don't necessarily, because they've really just come across it casually, they don't really have any respect or understanding of the nature of what VATSIM actually is, right? So I think it has created a problem because you've just got an influx of people who've not done any research. I mean, in the old days, just to get on the VATSIM, just even know it existed, you had to kind of be in the game. Nowadays, you don't.
Yeah.
Right? So it's how do you deal with all of these new people coming along? Now, some of them, don't get me wrong, just because you've come into it casually doesn't mean you're not going to be the fantastic addition to the community. And I think everyone should be made to feel welcome and encouraged to learn. But you know that at least 50% are just going to be a complete pain.
Yeah.
So the procedures that they have in place don't really cope with the numbers and the situation that they're facing now. And I don't know what the answer is necessarily, because you can reduce the ability or reduce the friction to be able to disconnect someone from the network, but then you have the opposing issue of if you just give that power to any air traffic controller, are they going to do that? Are they going to be overzealous doing that? You know, if you even if you get into a slight disagreement with them, a professional, but just a slight disagreement, and they suddenly just decide to disconnect you, that's going to cause problems too.
If it's kind of a personal thing rather than an operational thing, then there'll be problems. I would say.
And it shouldn't be, but we know
Exactly.
that'll happen with. And again,
nature.
For all the controllers out there, they're all volunteers. For all the controllers out there that do a great job, thank you very much. We do appreciate you. But if you are one of those guys and you're watching this and you know that you get frustrated and you start getting a bit ill-natured with some of the pilots, then potentially you're part of the problem as well. So it's a hard one though, and that's why we have supervisors. So it makes sense. But yeah, tricky.
Yeah, but like looking at it from a pilot's perspective as well, like obviously I'm not a real pilot, but like a VATS pilot would say, I feel like there should be something in place to kind of either highlight controller incompetence. Because like I've flown a lot of places now, and the controllers have been really struggling. Like they're not rated for the airspace that they're in at all.
And that's another problem.
Yes.
But then, a lot of people complain. I always go on VATSIM, and I want to fly in a certain area, and there's never any controller there.
Yeah.
And then other people complain. Well, I went on the VATSIM, and there was a controller there, and he didn't seem like he was trained well enough, or he was just not professional. And it's like, well, it's a big world out there. It's a volunteer job. No one gets paid for it. They have to take time out of their day to do it. It's a hard one. Is it better to have no controller at all versus one that's poorly trained? I don't know. Good question.
Yeah. See, then that raises the factor Unicom. People don't use it. Like I was flying at Corfu the other day, and I go, it was Ryanair when I think I was flying. Ryanair when I take a radio check. Yeah. Nothing. Ryanair when I take a radio check. Nothing. Then I look, because I was looking at Bats Pipe. There was some fella who was flying in from some Germany anyways. And I turn around to Bats Pipe. He seems to be a bit far out to be coming in for an approach. But I look up the runway, and because Bats Pipe is a bit behind, I see his lights. Not a call out from at all.
Yeah.
So like I thought my radar was broken.
You're talking about Unicom. You either get kids playing music, private chats that shouldn't be there, or if you're really unlucky, you've got Unicom on channel 1 with an idiot playing whatever, or kids screaming, or F-18 shouting at each other, and then on Com 2 you've always got like the frequency 124.85, and you're like, where's this upper sound coming from? So you're looking and you're thinking, why am I hearing two different things? And you look to come to, and they're all using freaking standby channels, and it says it's prohibited to use it.
Yeah, like I tune it just for the sake of it because, like, say for example the 8-10, I hear myself on COM2 because it's dodgy. But like you're not supposed to be using 121.5 at all. Yeah, like.
Strange. I just want to shout out to Bubba. He's just joined in. He says, "Evening, Willie, and positive rate. How you doing, Bubba? Great to have you along. Hope things are okay down in down the Oz there." The one thing that, sorry, just to throw in my 2 cents, the one thing that I think is unfortunate, based on everything we've just said, is that it's scared off a lot of professional pilots who would like to fly virtually. But they
Yeah.
you know, and I'm starting to lose fingers of the number of pilots that have told me, I tried it, I just got fed up with it because it's just not accurate, and the people on it are not doing what they should be doing.
Exactly.
So,
I don't blame them.
And that's the other thing. I mean, can you imagine if you were that guy, that air traffic controller that was either not knowing what you're doing or just being belligerent, and you ended up pissing off someone who was an actual commercial pilot, like an actual airline pilot.
Yeah.
And that will happen. Like, I mean, not as more so now than ever. There's a lot of I talk about the casual simmers coming on, but there's a lot more professional pilots that are now jumping into it because the visuals are up to the standard now, which, you know, it actually makes sense for them to join it. Whereas before, it probably looked a bit too cartoony for them, like it didn't really make any sense. But now they're actually getting kind of that simulation.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to be that air traffic controller, and like you know, someone supervisor calls you up and said, "Yeah, so you really pissed off a 777 captain for British Airways the other day. Did you know that?" And and you'll be like, "Oh, was he flying for British Air Virtual?" No, he actually flies for British Airways. Oh, sorry, you know.
The problem I see here is on that sim it says online ATC and flight simming with professionalism. Where's the what do you class as professionalism? Because you've got uncontrolled pilots and kids, understandable. You're gonna get them.
Yeah.
There's no professionalism there. So you start with high professionalism, what they say on the website. You had the kids that don't want to listen, the kids that can't fly, the people that just don't care. It drops it down. Then you get the ATC. Some of them are absolutely awesome. They're friendly. They're straight to the point. You get along. And what was your uncle? Then you get the others that are poorly trained, drunk when they come on, just like you say, belligerent migrant. Yep, and then so that knocks your professionalism even more.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I would think that'd be dismissible. But sorry, I just want to interrupt briefly. Dark Oz Flight Simmers just jumped in. He says it's a free service. Can't expect too much.
That's true, but there is a minimum you kind of expect. Like, you know, there's the common interest, and you kind of expect people to kind of work on that.
And I guess that's what I was coming back to. You know, you're relying on volunteers, you're relying on people taking time out. You're going to experiences will vary.
Yeah.
I think the one thing we can all agree on, though, is don't be a dick. So, and it doesn't matter if you're a pilot or you're a controller. And if that happens in any situation, I think that's it. You should be kicked out of the network or dismissed. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if it could be a fully trained air traffic controller. If he's coming on drunk and he's being belligerent, he's no good to the network.
He's no good to society. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, but
oh, Big Jacko. Big Jacko's just come in and he says, "Good day, mate. Good day, Dave. How you doing? Great to see you, and Shane as well. Great to both see you today. Hope everything's going well for you guys." Mrs. TPHI17 says hi. Hello. A little wavy hand there. How are you doing? We're just flying to Cork today. Or no, we're flying to Cork. We're flying from Cork. We're flying to Amsterdam. To get up to mischief in Amsterdam.
We could turn around and go back to Cork.
Dark, I kind of interrupted you mid-sentence. Were you able to get your point out?
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. That sim says there's a state of professionalism. How far that professionalism drops is dependent on who's on controlling pilots, etc.
Yeah.
So when you say Ozsim as a flight sim says it's free, yes, it's free. We understand that, but there is a little small expectation when you look on it and it says professionalism. But then you've got drunken ATC. Yes, they can be funny.
Not professional.
And you can have a right laugh, even though it's unprofessional. You can have a right laugh, but the sound. And then you get others come on. They've got the drinking. They've got football in the background. That low on the mic, you can actually hear the football in the background over the controller.
Yeah. Like where
And
was
nothing gets done because you can't do anything. It says please put your feedback to, say, if they're doing the Austrian centre. So it says please go to this website and leave feedback. You go to leave feedback, it either does not exist, the controller does not exist, or they're not even part of that VAC. So what are you supposed to do, because you can't report them?
Yeah.
I would tell them a really bad joke. I don't know. Is your refrigerator running? And then if they say yes, you say we better go catch it. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I just I guess that's why, because there's that paid network in the States, and that's probably why that's caught on, which is what's the West Coast pay service. But that's supposed to be really excellent. But that's actual air traffic controllers and stuff.
Pilot Edge.
Pilot Edge, that's it, yeah.
That's it, yeah. I know when I spoke to Tim about it, because he's obviously he's a real commercial pilot, but he's tried it. He says it's absolutely fantastic. But on the same token, they expect you to know your stuff. Like even if you're paying, you can't go on and say, oh, where's that waypoint? They're like, buddy, go away. this place is not for you. So anyway, TPH. So I've got TPHI-17 says hello, and then I've got Mrs. TPHI-17. So I don't know if this is the same person or two different, or a couple who have just dropped in. But hello to both of you if you're two people. Looks like we're starting to make our turn now.
Alright, I'm just loaded into Dublin.
Are you taking off on the grass strip?
I might as well.
Now what I do need to think about is my beginning descent. Where is it? Right. Lamzo, 222,000 feet. So let's go to our handy dandy calculator over here. Well, if we are at 39000 and we want to go to 22000, we need 53 miles to do that, so let's round that up to 60. What happened there? Oh, because I have an inventor. There we go. So that is 60 round lambs. So flight plan, Luffy, X, LA, I'll say 60. Okay, and then there. Okay, there's our top of descent there. That's cool. And then next thing is a quick look at the charts here. Where are we? Okay, so Tipo is the entry point. How far is that now? That is...
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain speaking.
Four,
We just reached our seat altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat elbows clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin in the galley cart shortly.
8, 9.
Also, one more
10.
reminder to please refrain from congregating with the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
It was runway 27, wasn't it?
Yep.
Right, so if we put in a fix for Echo 27, radius of 10 miles, and I believe 266, so let's go 266, reverse rail minus 180 gives us 86 degrees. Oh, there's an easier way to do this, but this is how I do it. Punch that in there, and that should give us a runway heading. So if we go to plan, airport. There we go, and that is looking very much like the chart. So there's our runway heading. There's our entry point for the ILS approach. Looking quite swell. So if we compare that to this guy here, that's pretty much exactly what it looks like. Cool, happy days. Okay, good. Did that all make sense to everybody? Have I gone too fast or too slow?
I wasn't listening. I'm programming with it.
Have I actually talked any sense? Am I just talking pure nonsense?
I
You
know
made
that.
sense anyway. What?
Beluga says 160 nautical miles to top of descent for Innsbruck. Ooh, good luck, mate. That's a hard one.
Yeah, that'd be a challenging approach.
Last time we did that on stream, I think I had to go around and come back from the other direction. Something went silly. I remember that. I did get the plane down, fine. Just
Very good.
not necessarily to plan.
You've not seen J-Og's 29,000 feet 10-second descent.
I think that's called crashing the plane, isn't it?
Oh no, he lands it. He lands it.
That's it.
All safeties turned off. Right, it's cup of tea time for me, so I'll give me about 4 or 5 minutes and I'll be right back. But I will leave you in the charming entertainment of Nick and Kev and Dark Fury while I'm done. Back in a second. See you soon.
Let's not all talk at once, shall we, lads?
Yes.
So I know that's there's a lot of new stuff coming out, information on the flight sim for this year. What we're looking at, some interesting stuff, I believe.
Yeah, like that ACR sounds very interesting. They're doing the 42 as well, so that's kind of up my street.
I'm looking forward to the East Midlands. To be fair, that looks
That'd
really
be interesting.
nice.
Yeah.
Sure, Nick is too.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm just worried about the frames.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, great scenery designer, but and he's gone into a lot of detail with this one. I'm just hoping that. I mean, yes, it's got to look good, but it's also going to be flyable as well. It's
There's a couple of new aircraft in there. There's the AR-72 out coming out as well.
Yeah, the ACR 72 and 42 they're doing. That's where it's going to make out.
And the C-160 is coming out.
Oh, okay, remember that one.
That'd be a nice military prop. Then 777, I believe that's entering beta.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, Nick, wasn't it?
yeah.
The A330 is they're close by.
The
Yeah.
EFB, PMDG's EFB actually works apparently,
Oh.
but they now want to change the UI on it because they feel that Boeing's UI is a bit clunky and most people don't actually use that now, so they're going to
Yeah, I suppose that's fair
something
enough.
a bit more. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people, especially reviewers, will have a lot to talk about when that comes out.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to catch up on what's actually been going on, because there's been that much. We, like FS Elite, thresholds, popping bits and bobs into the Discord and that, and trying to keep up with things. It looks like it's going to be an interesting year, to be fair, with all the airports and aircrafts that's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And like with Dublin V2 as well, that's going to be quite interesting, I'd say. I'm going to have to relearn the entire layout of the airport.
Lots of new airports coming out.
Absolutely, yeah.
In fact, what was it? Kevin and I have been discussing Rockhampton in Australia, which we are planning for the next couple of weeks. It's just been released on Orbex, so we're going to do a nice little flight out of there. I've actually been there many moons ago, but yeah, should be a nice flight. So I'm presuming now Australia is going to be in autumn, isn't it? Because we're here in the UK, we're coming into spring.
Yeah, so that'd be the other way around.
So, yeah.
I mean, there's also that MD-80 expansion that's coming out, can't remember if it has.
The Mad Dog, yeah.
Mad Dog, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of annoys me.
How so?
Kind of annoys me when that plane was very expensive when it came out. Everyone was like, "Oh, you know." But anyway, they went out and got it, and obviously Phoenix then laid the bar and said, "Hang on, this is what we're going to do, and unlimited updates. This is the price."
Yeah.
Then it was a case of, oh, and if you've got it for, if you bought the MD-80 for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you've also bought it for X-Plane, or yeah, I think it was X-Plane, you get a free upgrade.
Right.
So the X-Plane users, I mean, the Microsoft Flight Simulators don't seem to get the deal.
Yeah, but the X-Plane users do.
Yeah, X-Plane users do, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's happened quite a few times on a few different things, and I'm just like, oh, if you've got the X-Plane version, if you want to upgrade, we'll give it to you free.
Yeah.
Are they just trying to get everyone away from X-Plane and get them onto MSFS? I don't know. Is it?
It could be the case, but I don't know.
This is a weird marketing ploy.
What package are you talking about?
The MD-80, the Mad Dog.
Oh, right. Is that any good? I've never. I'm kind of semi-interested in it, but.
Yeah, it's going up my street as well. Anyways, I'm on the move.
Well, it's like the what was it? There was an aircraft that the A321 Tullis. They were going to try and bring a Tullis A321 over. Now they said no. Look, we're going to just do it for X-Plane, and we're going to charge you for it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're stuck with the sort of Latin VFR. Fair enough. Yes, it's not the best aircraft, but it's an A321.
Yeah.
But then you've got like what? Fly-by-wire. You've got Aerosoft, Bluebird, Aerodynamics KC-10, PMDG's come over. You know, there's devs coming from FSX and X-Plane over to Microsoft Flight Sim, and then you've got the ones that say, "Oh, we might do it," and then halfway through it's like, "No, we've changed the minds." Like Quality Wings. Quality Wings were supposed to be doing a 787. They've mentioned it, not heard anything ever since. But when you look on their website, all their updates and information is for X-Plane.
Right.
I'm just having a look at Volanta. Bit of a play.
You're just over Liverpool at the moment.
Right, I'm just pushing back in Dublin.
I'm just flying over Doncaster.
Of course you are. We're miles ahead.
Should take it off from Manchester.
I probably should have, but I thought it wouldn't be quite so long getting into Dublin.
Dirk, how'd you get so far ahead of me? Did you take off before me?
I think Dark did take off first, yeah.
I'll just do the dramatic effect for tumbleweed. There I got a picture of B&Q for Nick outside Manchester.
Well, got my coffee anyway. I had to make it myself this
Very
time.
good.
Do we reckon the A380 will be out this year?
Yes,
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it will.
this-
It looks like it's well long.
How do you know?
Just looking at the screenshots, you can kind of tell it's got the form. They got it flying. It's looking good. They're kind of they seem confident, but like, you know,
Okay, that's cool.
they wouldn't be showcasing that much. Like if it wasn't almost ready to go, I think.
Well, you don't stream a private stream to everybody on YouTube, do you?
That is true.
Next couple of months, I'd say.
Yeah, so I think it's on.
And it'll be on the same as their A320, so I reckon there'll be a stable development and experimental version.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one for you. What about the World Update 13?
Oh, Antarctica and Oceania, wasn't it? You were saying Oceania.
How are you going to update how the hell are you going to update Antarctica?
Put more ice in.
We're going to have the beacon, it's not
Wait,
over.
that's the world update in Antarctica?
Yeah,
Yes.
yep, that's what I'm hearing.
Okay. I thought it was Africa.
Nope. They've announced it on their Q&A, it's going to be Oceania, so like, I think there's a bit of Thailand, there's a few islands like Malay, and then it's Antarctica. They're going to put some airports in there.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to... Take the BA-146 down to Antarctica, see how long it takes you to lock.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a strange one, but yeah, whatever they want to do, if I do it well.
Can
Well-
you imagine?
It's free.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
You
But
just
I mean,
put me- Sorry.
Sorry, okay. You go.
I'm just thinking now. You know, if you get into bad weather, so if they do an airport like for the British survey, that down there, they've got like the strip. You're
Yeah.
coming on bad weather. You're on skis. You're gonna land, right? And then, for example, they take it when the ice is breaking off their first gravity or whatever. You're
Yeah.
landing. You can't see nothing. You're in a blizzard, and all you hear is you have crashed.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
it's a place.
It is a place. Well done.
I'll tell you what would be really cool. It's not going to happen, right? But I would love if they did something like Antarctica and they had one of these gravel strips, and with that update came.
Say again?
So, well, they have gravel strips in Antarctica, right? Like they do in the
Yeah.
Arctic. But if with that came the 737-400 debris deflect with the debris. Am I?
You're cutting out pretty badly with it.
Yeah, you cut out very bad.
Oh. How about now? I'm gonna check on the. Give myself an arm wave again. Oop.
It's the audio side of things, I think so.
It's the audio side. Maybe hopefully it's
Yeah.
just you guys then. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm trying to.
I imagine so, yeah. Anyways, I am texting out, so I should be with you shortly.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Taxiing out.
Yeah, out of Dublin.
Can you guys still hear me at the moment?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just flying over Manchester at the moment.
right.
I wonder if they're going to take into account shifting ice and prevailing winds when they do it.
That'd be interesting if they do.
Because I mean, they've added turbulence, so
Yeah,
what's the difference between adding turbulence and adding some turbulence on the ground? You know, like low level for snowdrift.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be
the
very
point I was going to make is if they came out with an update like that, you get gravel strips, and they brought out the 737-400 with the debris deflection kit, or is it the 200?
742 would be very interesting, anyways. That would be way up my street.
But there's a couple airlines in Canada. I can't. There's kind of a principal one. I think it's called. I think it's called Canadian North or something like that. But they have the deflection kit.
Oh, it's 732.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be way interesting. I think Milva's are working on one.
Because that's why those old engines still persist. You can't use high bypass engines on gravel strips.
I'm sure Kevin's DC3 will fit in.
Well, fair enough. Tail-mounted engines probably would do okay up there.
Yeah. Just like Buffalo. Look at Buffalo.
Well, Buffalo doesn't fly jets, do they?
They have a 7.3 now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh. 7.3 what?
7.3 something anyways. I think it's a 6.
Okay.
Or not
I
6,
think
no, it's a 7 I think it is.
they must be using that as like principal cargo transfer to.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
then
a
using
cargo
the
thing, yeah.
and then using the small planes to take it off to islands.
Yeah.
Oh, Nighthawk wants to be my friend. I feel happy. I see the request, Nighthawk. I will respond in kind when I get an opportunity. Right. How far are we from top of descent?
Wait,
80
you're
miles.
already calculating. You're 18 minutes to top of the set. I'm just taking off from Dublin.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fly from somewhere earlier. Or
No,
wait.
I had problems getting him in 7.3, so.
Oh, Kevin, it says 737-300 SF freighter version.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Did you say a 300?
300 SF, yeah.
Oh. Does that have the high bypass engines then, or does it have the old?
Yes, it would be, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So they're not taking that to gravel strips then.
It'll be, from what I understand last time I saw of it, they were intending to operate it out of Yellowknife, Alberta and Edmonton into some of the more remote strips that the 737 could just get into.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because it can carry more, what did it say? It can carry more payload per trip than the C-46 and DC-3s can do in 2 trips.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think the problem is those planes are just getting old.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem they're having with those is it's just getting increasingly difficult and expensive to get fuel for them. So that's one of the reasons they bought the Electra, because the Electra uses jet fuel, I think.
Yeah, it uses Avro jet fuel, but I don't think they'll be going around for much longer because they bought all the spare parts from us.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
It went to Coventry and bought all the
Yeah, they did.
Parts from all parts.
Yeah, I recall that. It was kind of funny because for them that was an upgrade to proper a turboprop, and the airframe was already 50 years old or something like that. It's like, but Buffalo Joe's idea of a new airplane is something that's less than 50 years old. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think they're going to Canada. In particular, it's going to be more dependent on Buffalo going forward because the ice highways, as they call it, are not as reliable as they used to be. So they're having increasing difficulty getting trucks up to the north. So that's why they're having to fly a lot more. Which my heart goes out to some of these remote communities, because you go in a supermarket and a chocolate bar will cost you something like $8 Canadian, which is like £4.50 or €5 for a chocolate bar. It's just the cost to actually bring all the goods up to those communities is so expensive. So how far are you from the top of descent then, Dark?
I'm at the top of the set.
You're at top of descent.
Does it come here cuddly toy?
Oh, I can see up ahead of me. This is
Best thing
coming.
about best thing about it though is I'm at the top of the descent and the cabin crew just brought me a nice bacon and ketchup sandwich on a cheese roll.
Did you say does it come with a cuddly toy?
Yeah.
What?
I was, well, at least my wife, Mrs. Canuck, she watches all the crap daytime telly of the day, but she watches, there's a channel called Great Movies or something like that. It's horrific. It's like all TV, film, romance garbage. But the adverts in between that come on are hilarious because it's like advertising pay for your own cremation and buy a chair that lifts you up out of the chair by itself, and it's anything aimed at pensioners. But the other thing that comes on in droves is all these donate to this and donate, like save the donkey, save the whale, save the children, right? But whenever it's an animal ones, it's like the leopards. The leopards are declining. You must save them. But you could donate £2 a month and you get a cuddly toy.
Oh wow.
Or you could save the donkey and you get a cuddly toy. And they all come with like a little stuffed donkey or little stuff. It's absolutely hilarious. So you just kind of triggered me, Dark, when you said, does it come with a cuddly toy? Okay, I am about 40 miles from the top of Santa.
Yeah, we're thinking about a generation game because every time somebody brings you something, they always just go, what are you? Kettle, toaster, spoons, car, cuddly toy.
So true. What's our platform? 2,000 feet. Okay. Everything's looking good. I don't know if I'm running slow. Oh, Nick's still behind me. Okay.
I'm still behind you.
I think Dark Fury fired the secret hyperjets when he got into a cruise. Like Thunderbirds, eh? Firing the secret hyperjets!
No, it's not secret. It's not secret sauce. I filled my engines with Henderson's relish.
Henderson's relish. What is Henderson's relish?
It's relish sauce made in Sheffield.
It's a knockoff of Liam Perrins, isn't it?
Hey, how dare you?
Oh, okay, I got it. Here it is on Amazon here. Boy, it is. There you go. Yeah, Liam Perrins. Henderson's relish. How do you call that relish? That's not what I know to be relish.
It's a complete knockoff, isn't it? It's the orange and black. It's
Henderson's
You
relish.
don't knock it until you tried it.
I won't knock it, I promise. I'm sure it's quite flavorful.
You should know about that, Willie. You come up to your North Yorkshire enough.
I do. I've never seen it on the shelf though. Mind you, I'm not necessarily looking. I'm not going out to buy Liam Perrins or any some such when I'm out there. Look, Kristen's just come in. Is it relish what you put on your car to clean it? I think that was a shot at Henderson's there. So they call it relish, but is it like Liam Perrins? Is it? That's what it is. It's knockoff.
No, Liam Perrins is knockoff for Henderson's.
Ah, right, got you.
oh, here we go.
Understood. It's kind of like PG Tips is a knockoff for Yorkshire tea, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
It's like Tetley.
Oh, Tetley's awful now. The best thing Tetley branded I had was a Tetley bitter cask ale that was poured down in England about a couple of years ago, and that was really nice. But can't say much for the tea. Kristen says that goes into the drain. Oh, he's talking about Guinness now. All right. Clouds are starting to build now.
I don't know about you, but my clouds have just gone. As soon as I've gone on the North Sea, my clouds have gone really bad.
Really?
Yeah, the pixelated and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
They are looking a bit kind of funny for me as well. There doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason why it does that.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of a bit random how they show up.
Some days it looks absolutely spectacular, other days you're kind of getting that funny pixelation.
Yeah.
Okay, approaching top and descent.
Approaching top of climb.
Up a climb. Well, at least you're
Yeah.
up.
At least I'm up, yeah.
What flight level did you get?
360.
Right. B60.
Yep.
For an easterly direction?
Yeah. Just double check that. It could be 370. I probably kicked it wrong. Yep,
Even?
370. Never mind, that's me.
Okay. That makes a bit more sense.
That's why you have 2 in the flight deck.
Yes, indeed. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
That's like if you had a fully simulated Concorde. There was a great one that came out for Flight Simulator 10, and it was awesome. It was so detailed, but by God, like it was so much. The workload of trying to fly it was just ridiculous. And after about 3 flights, I'm like, I don't have enough time for this. Right, top descent. Come on, let's go. Down we go.
Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If
Just
you are
a
up,
coffee.
once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated till the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for a ride.
So, is there any big announcements that have come out in the last week or so? Like some related, apart from Antarctica?
I haven't heard anything major anyways.
Where are you getting your updates for the A380 then? Is that on Discord or?
It's just from what I've seen, like it was a little while back that it was looking fairly finished.
Ooh.
So use a bit of like 2 and 2 together. It seems like it'll be here soonish, you know?
Yeah. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I do.
There was a very limited update from Synapse about the T20. Not much. I think it was in January, February. So they are still working on it, which is good news. But apart from that, very quiet.
Right.
But they really seem to be doing what they can. I think the problem with the Synapse is we don't have any idea how big their team is. It could be a one-man band. I trolled their Discord for a bit, seeing if I could find any more information, but there's not much there, unfortunately. Because that's the airplane I'm really interested in.
Yeah, no, I did the same with the Milvas 732 because that's something that's really interesting to me. But
Yeah.
they're being very quiet about it.
Yeah, I think it's... having said, it's better to say nothing at all than you got nothing to report, you know, so...
Yeah. But if they cancelled their ATR because the one with like the one with the sim like is coming out. So you think that divert their resources elsewhere, just like where people want them.
Destination data, right. Let's do other checks, right. I'm still listening, but homework to do here. So it's 1001 QNH, so I think what I can do is punch that in. And it was 240.27. Ambient temperature 12 degrees, 2.7. So it shouldn't be raining. If it's 12 degrees at a 7 degrees dew point, it should be clear. I don't know why it's reporting rain. Unless it's like scattered rain or something like that.
It could very well be, yeah.
Well, the beta states 240 at 27, gusting 37. Winds possible change at 210 to 280. Fuel clouds at 1,900, scattered clouds at 2,100, and scattered rain. Few cumulus nimbus
clouds. Yeah, so there's scattered rain, yeah. Fair enough. But technically, if your temperature's that high above the dew point at the airport, in theory, it shouldn't be raining in the airport. It'd be blowing over from like a cloud from the east or the west or something like that.
Blow over stuff like that.
Yeah, which can happen. I'm sure it happens in Ireland as much as it happens in Scotland.
Yep.
That's for sure. It's like the rain cloud is actually over the next town, but it's raining on you and not on that town because of the wind. Approach sea level. Where's the decision height here? At 100. Really altimeter decision height 50.
Okay. I forgot the TCAS works with this in multiplayer.
The TCAS
in the Phoenix.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Well, I'm seeing someone 2,000 below.
Works in the fly-by-wire, anyway.
I've never got TCAS to work in Phoenix on multiplayer.
Sorry, in the fly-by-wire. Yeah, no, I'm I fly the fly-by-wire, not Phoenix. I don't have that.
I'm confused. Are you
No, I'm flying the fly-by-wire.
Are you flying the fly-by-wire? Yeah, the TCAS works. Yes. Yeah. That's why when I'm ever to do these streams, usually Shark Kitty's like pacing me in a jet, and it's like traffic.
Yeah, it's beeping into
Which, I mean, it's nice to see formation flying.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it's like just.
Well, you can't turn it off. You can turn off the TAs.
You can, yeah.
By turning to standby, yeah. It just gives a little message on the ECAM.
It just gives you a warning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I suppose should be off. Missed all sorts of things here. Oh well. Well, it looks like we're on track for our first entry point, which is flight level 22 at land.
What time are you estimating Lamzo at?
What's that?
What time are you estimating Lamzo?
30 seconds.
Oh. About 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Thereabouts. How do you turn it up to the time? Like, how do you increase the simulation rate again?
Can you actually do that in this version?
Say again?
Can you actually do that in this version?
You can. I know there's a way. 7.3 does it, and there's a keybind for it. Let me see. If you think this was
Chris, you gotta do that. Forget about it. Next thing, I'm just gonna have an airplane just go zoom right through me.
Exactly. Let's see. Okay. Press the R, Control, and plus. So R. Control. R, Control plus.
Oh, I really do need to print out a checklist for myself, I think. Christian says there's new Dusseldorf freeware.
Oh, there's Düsseldorf anyway.
Ooh.
That's
Is
interesting.
it any good, Christian? 1.4 gigs. Ooh, it's a big one. It's getting somewhere slowly but surely. So you beta testing it then? Oh, Frankfurt. Sorry, did I say Düsseldorf? Frankfurt.
Oh yeah, EDDL is Düsseldorf.
That's it. Yeah, sorry. Frankfurt. Frankfurt's quite a popular airport as far as Europe goes. It's quite busy.
It would be nice to see somebody do like a proper Amsterdam or a proper Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah, like the Asoba one isn't great.
There's a Hamburg one for the Airbus airports. If I get this right, because Christian is going to get me on this. Frinkenwood, I think it's something like that. Somebody's doing one scenery for that, but it's only made it to members only, and it's like, why don't you share it with everybody?
Christian's saying he's still waiting for Fly Tampa Amsterdam. Well, Fly Tampa is pretty good. They make good airports. There's Fly Tampa to Toronto, I think, wasn't it?
Flight Tampa are good.
Toronto's exceptional. Like when you're actually parked at the gate, you can see people walking back and forth inside the terminal. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now I think the FD's had a few issues with their Toronto, but I've had a few frame issues myself. But
it is heavy. It is heavy.
Yeah.
But the one thing I like, it's a pet peeve of mine, but when you're coming up to the runway entry, I like to see the flashing lights on either side.
You're cutting out again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah, but you're kind
Okay.
of cutting in and out, so it's a bit
Oh, I
regular.
don't know if is it the microphone? Hang on. Best 1, 2. Guess it's my gate. I'm not sure.
Could be, yeah.
Take it down a little bit. No, what I was going to say is I like it when you have the runway entry lights when you're coming onto the runway that flash. And I noticed that some sceneries seem to have it, some don't. But at nighttime, I think it's really a real immersive thing for me. Did you hear all that, or was it cutting out again?
It was kind of cutting out again, yeah. I heard flash and an immersive thing, but other
Okay.
than that,
I don't know if it must be Discord. I'm hoping it's Discord.
I'd say it is Discord, yeah.
Kristen, can I ask you, if you're watching, am I cutting in and out on voice? Let me know. If it's Discord, then I'll just blame that. Copenhagen would be good. Shane says I'm loud and clear in the stream, so it must be just you guys, your end, guys.
Yes, it's just Discord.
Yeah, Christian says he's hearing me. He's fine as well. Good. That's the main thing. Although it's good to be able to talk to you guys.
So we won't hear you, but everyone else on the stream will.
I mean, it is. I'm not saying it's not important.
That's going to make it hard for us, because if we listen to the stream, it's about 30 seconds to 2 minutes.
No,
behind.
don't do that. You just drive yourself mad.
Well, at least we'll be able to hear what you said.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's stabilizing, that's the main thing. If it was cutting out completely, then I'd have an issue.
You get some sentences where you'll get the full bit, and then you'll say another sentence, and we'll get the first word and the last word, and nothing in between.
Exactly.
I think I might know what the problem is. Just a minute. No, it's not that. Okay. Never mind. I don't know. No idea. Chris said, "Oh, Copenhagen's already out." Okay. I can't remember if I've used that one or not. I'll have to check.
Brussels seems to be a heavy air. Not Brussels. Brandenburg. Brandenburg seems to be heavy as well. Same with LAX. But yet Brussels is bigger, and that's more optimised than anything else.
Strange. Okay, that should be there. Alright, lights coming on. Maybe seatbelts there. I don't think I actually turned it off, but never mind. Dropping to 250. Right, so what's next? So we're gonna do this overflight. Is it 220? Yeah, okay. It's pretty well set up procedure. I mean, it should really fly itself for the most part. I know what I was gonna do is gonna check. And 111.65. Does that agree with my chart? Yes, it does. Or 55, I should say. Cool. Okay. Just gotta fly it now.
I see lambs on the thing anyways. I don't think the sim rate worked.
Oh, did it not?
No.
Where are you now?
So I'm going to be... You're going to wait 20 minutes for me.
That's okay. We'll see how far our patience goes.
Should I say...
I'm trying to see if
oh,
I
wait,
can
no,
see,
you're not landing on the pull the ban, are you? So, or pull the ban. So, I was thinking if you were landing on 2.8, right? But you'd probably be taxied and stand by the time I'm landing.
Possibly. Well, let's see how it rolls out. If it's, I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a matter of waiting 5 minutes or something like that, then it might be not too bad.
Yeah, thanks.
By the time we get parked and...
Yeah.
I'll be in the bar.
I love how water looks in Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Especially in, like in strong winds like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just turning on to final now. I've just got one star to be honest, and it's gusting 39 knots. And you can see every individual little wave on the sea.
That's crazy.
At 3,000 feet.
I think
That's
I've got water medium or low, but it still looks pretty good. But I can't really go much higher than that because I'll start to suffer on frames.
Like I have mine set on high, and I manage. Now I do get some stutters every now and then, but it's worth it because it just looks so good.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at Amsterdam right now, and it looks like a nuke's been hit.
Say again?
I'm looking at Amsterdam now, and it looks like a nuke is hit.
Right.
The photogrammetry is horrible.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, like I leave photogrammetry off for that reason. It just doesn't look right.
It's amazing how flat Holland is.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Half of that was on the sea before. That's the amazing part of it.
Oh, there's a runway in sight. Yay.
Very good. Threshold elevation is minus 11 foot. Field elevation is minus 11, and threshold elevation is like 0.
That's right. It's below sea level, isn't it? Because I was looking at it, was like the decision height's like 100 feet. I'm like, that's low, but yeah it will be.
Yeah, I have it here. Cat C decision height is 146 foot, which is 73 foot above on the radio altimeter.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's Cat 2. 146 foot is 158 on the radio.
Maybe I've calibrated that wrong then.
Maybe. Yeah, sure.
Right. Performance approach phase. Do I want to arm that yet? Maybe not. Wait until I get to Schiphol. It's busy. You can see dark. You turning final, Dark?
I'm 6 miles. I'm on final.
You're on final.
Yep.
Cool. Oh yeah, I can see you're dropping below 1800. It's a big city though, isn't it? Crikey.
It's got some really nice buildings, but the I don't know if it's the scenery, how they've done it, the server. It just makes, even with photogrammetry off, it just makes it look horrible. You know, it should be a real. I've been into Amsterdam before, and it's really nice on the approach to 27, but this is just.
Yeah, it does look a bit shallow, if I'm being honest. Strangely. I don't know if has it ever been updated in a world updated. I think it was. Was that not
Yeah,
part of
when
the
it-
Germany
Yeah.
update?
Yeah,
That's
They
what
did like that kind of the Germanic kind of lands. They did Brussels. They did, or they did not do all of Europe at one point. Like in one go. There was France, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands. So that wasn't there.
what really gets me is I'm on a 3060 overclocked 12 gig, and before like Simulate 10 it used to be looking really nice, and then since like SU11 and now they've brought out the 4090s, it just seems like everything's towards the high-end graphics cards, and the lower end's just having to suck it up and deal with the crap that's left over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christian seeing Benelux update? What's that?
that's the one. That was it.
That was the one, yeah.
Okay, I think we'll think about configuring for approach here.
Right, 35 miles out of Dolus.
Kick those pigs.
Status blue. Video temperature.
Okay, I'm in the pattern.
Continue.
And of course, the big improvement I'm finding is the new turbulence they've put in, so you can have
Yeah,
it.
that's
As
Yeah,
really
I haven't had a proper play with that yet, actually. So we're coming in runway 27, right? So I'll aim high speed exit on November 9, November 4. Okay, that's fair enough. Or November 3, I should say. Easy peasy, straight into the terminal there. So I'll probably meet you guys around the north end of the terminal there. Seems like a logical place to park. It was runway 27, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Watch out for the Nichols Tesla parked at end of 27.
Alright, let's bring in some flaps. Bit more drag for the airplane.
Alright, nearing top of the center, I think.
Cool.
Runway 27 is clear.
Landing system on. Thank you very much, sir. Most kind. I'm still downwind. Hopefully getting down to 2,000 in time.
Well, it's a nice headwind. More or less it's a 2-knot crosswind component, but it's mainly a headwind. But it's really nice, slows down really quick. And then the Nichols Tesla appears at the end of the runway.
I think I'm gonna have to elongate my downwind a bit because I'm still a bit high.
I need to lay it down, go to me. And overhead Dolus.
Come on, get down. A bit more flaps. Get a bit of drag.
There we go.
Flaps 2, arms. We'll go medium brake. much to do. Okay, let's go.
2,500.
Coming around. Wow, look at that approach. I love it. It's a big place.
Yeah, it's huge.
Okay, on base, turning final. And grab that localizer when it comes in.
Oh, I've got a Power 4830, or 4880. You know the one that was on the runway in Cork when we loaded in? Seems like we're going the same direction.
Cool. Lucas has just landed at Innsbruck. What a challenge. Yeah, it is. It is a bit of a tricky one. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a challenging one to land this.
So it's a bit of a grey day in Amsterdam here as we're coming in, but
yeah, I'm just entering the clouds now.
Yeah, good visibility at the airport level though. Absolutely no problems below about 4,000 feet.
Good.
And I think we see the runway coming into view, just on that far island over there, I presume. Okay, on the cabin crew are about to go here. Just taking some of the sights. No shortage of water in Amsterdam anyway. Oh, see Nick. So you just starting in the pattern net?
Yep, just technical finals.
He's cut in.
He has. Well, I had to run. I had to run long. I was too high.
Have I? Oh.
No, it's not your
What's there?
fault. It's not your fault.
Oh,
I had to run long.
Oh,
To
let
me,
me
that's-
go high. Let me go high speed approach then.
Okay. I'm down to 160 anyway, so you should be fine. No need to panic.
I'm not.
He's used to it.
You might be seeing my text soon.
11 miles from me, Nick.
8 miles for me.
Yeah, I think we're fine. I'll hold at 160.
I'll go 170 till 4.
Clouds are coming in. Okay, final checks. Boilers are armed. Still flaps 2. We'll hold that just for the moment. And gates are on. Everything's good there. Wait for that glide scope to come down, and then we'll get into landing configuration. And we'll drop immediately to VREF once that happens, just to make sure Nick's got plenty of space ahead of us. Starting to see the downtown core of Amsterdam come into view now. Wow, look at that. 8 miles.
4 miles.
Roger. Okay, glide split coming in now. Approach. Drop the VREF. Flaps 3. And we'll drop gear.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
I see your tags now.
Check.
6 miles.
Wow.
.42 headwind, holy moly. Metar lied.
I'm through 10.
Mind you, I'm still not on ground level yet. Okay, flaps full.
Continue.
Four miles. It's nice and green anyway. That's good. Beluga says, how good quality-wise is the fly-by-wire? I would really like a Neo with the quality of the Fenix. So it's not the Fenix Beluga, but it is exceptionally good.
1,000.
Yeah, it's really good.
And if you consider the fact that it's... So, fly-by-wire compares against pay-ware aircraft, I would say. The Fenix is definitely better and more detailed, but the fly-by-wire is excellent. And the fact that it is free just makes it extraordinary. It's just it's a foregone conclusion. Okay.
Like
2
it does have its
miles.
issues. I find like the fly-by-wire when I get into sections of low FPS, it's just dolphin. It's like the nose goes up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So that combined with stutters kind of gets a bit hairy. But beyond that, like when it's in flight, it's great fun to fly. It's very detailed. The systems are very in depth, and like it's well for a freeware aircraft. I would pay for it basically.
Okay, manual.
$500.
So far, it seems to be a relatively cooperative headwind.
400. $300. 200. 100 above. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Ooh, I even got the first exit. Oh, take that. Yeah, the headwind really helps you stop on the plane. It just came to a halt. Right, where are you guys?
I'm inbound.
Oh, I
I'm
see you, Nick.
inbound. Eptos.
I'll go towards Nick. Oh.
But yeah, the other day I was landing the 7-3 in a massive crosswind. So it was like, I think it's like 35 knot crosswind.
Yep.
So I flared it and it lifted the plane back up. Like it was that windy that it got under the wings and lifted it up again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. No spoilers. You can raise the flaps a bit. Flaps retracted. And let's get our. I'll go this way. Yeah, why not?
Ah, perfect.
Nick, where are you going?
I'm trying to find Dark. I've just spotted him. So it looks as though we're going into golf.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Golf.
Right.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I found him. He's hiding in the corner.
Jack's scared.
No, because every time I go into Amsterdam, I always have to load into one of these gates to be able to fly on flat sim. So I just put a park here.
That's fair.
God, that wind is pushing me.
How am I racing in 172? Like, I'm keeping speed with them.
I don't know.
I'm not going that slowly.
It's just a leaf in the wind, the 172. Maybe it's getting blown along.
That's true, yeah, it's really getting really pushed.
Okay. Whereabouts are you? Oh, I can see Kev on the. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
far
inbound
away,
Sugal.
Kev.
I'm not too far away, I know, I'm 20
Okay.
miles to Sugal.
I'll get you landing anyway.
Cool. Now I'm estimating 36, 35 now, but that could go down because I'm putting the boat down, so.
Okey-doke. It's Alpha 18 is that the taxiway for golf? Yeah. Airplane really wants to jink to the left right now. I don't know if it must be wind that's causing that, surely.
That's probably wind, yeah, I could do that. Because the big tail behind you like so.
Yeah. Oh, see you guys now. This one. That someone really went crazy with the taxiway markers on this earth. There's lines everywhere.
There's so many different sections to it though, like there's the left-hand section, there's this foxtrot, then there's golf, and then there's the centre of
I
this.
know. You can just,
Yeah.
you can see with their design, like some guy on a whiteboard, he said we could draw here and here and here, and here's a taxiway that comes here. And just by the end of it, it just looks like some kid's doodle. It's a pretty impressive airport for free. Yeah, now I'm getting pushed to the right, so it was wind.
Yeah, it's this thing.
Damn you, realism! Alright, I think I shall pick up the next logical spot to Nick's right side. Which looks to be about there, I think.
Alright, I'm overhead, so go.
Come on, engines. Certainly stalled the damn plane here. Come on. What's wrong with you? There we go. Stubborn there, what I thought. Right, I think that'll do. Okay, parking brakes on. Where are you, Kev? You on final?
No, I'm still 28 miles out from Schiphol, like the VOR,
Okay.
so I have that loop to do. I won't be too long though, I estimate the time is still 35,
Okay, that's fine.
so another 5 minutes to go. Yeah, that's no oil break.
Engines off. Seatbelts off. Okay, we're down. Cool. Oh. That was relatively orderly flight, I thought. A bit far back. Okay, so where's Kevin? Let's see if we can spy on the knee. Right, now which one was runway 27? That was a question. I think this is 27.
Now keep in mind what I said about how the fly-by-wire reacts with lower FPS, because that's what I'm in at the moment, so if my landing is bad, we can play with on that.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting on that, I can actually have a look at... while we're waiting on Kev there. Yeah, that's probably good view and anything. We'll see what the survey says about my approach. So...
Oh, it's not like you loading Schiphol in.
Oh, Stu's there. He says, hello.
Oh, hello Stu.
Hope you had a good flight. See you next week. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely, Stu. Hope you come along. Right. How do I, if I go to complete now, yeah, complete the flight. Flights. That one. Statistics. Landing
What's
rate. 166.
Oh, very nice. It looks smooth.
Happy with that? That's alright. I can cope with that. Happy there. Uh, 28 miles.
Right. 10 miles to start the turn.
10 miles to start the turn.
Yeah.
What, onto the downwind?
Yeah, the procedure turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Alright, well while we're... might as well wait for you now since you're that close. We'll have a look at the free airport then. So, so yeah, this is free from flightsim.to. It has some interesting artifacts to it. I'll give it that. So, but it is absolutely 100% free. So can't really complain too much. Now, has anybody actually seen the default airport compared to this one?
I don't know which one you've got, because that looks completely different to the one I've got.
Well, I got the one that was in the flightsim.to link.
You need the premium deluxe version of Amsterdam to be able to work that one.
Oh, is that why? Okay, so what I got
Yeah.
now is just something that looks really weird. So you need something else to...
Yeah. So
You need
the
a-
version of Amsterdam that comes with premium deluxe.
So you need to buy something first.
Yeah, but you need to buy the upgraded version of the sim.
All right, why did we link this then? Well, fair enough.
I don't know.
Or we should put a link. Should put a link through to the premium deluxe version as well. Then.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so what I'm looking at probably isn't a good representation. So we won't bash it too hard then. But there's interesting orange signs. Holland is associated with the color orange. Yeah, so I give it a 5 out of 5. Great, fantastic. Okay, where's Kevin? Oh, I see you coming over top. Look at that.
Excellent.
Whoa. I can play air
30%.
traffic control. Yeah. How quickly can you get into the control booth here? That's kind of neat, actually. Alright, if I go in here, I can't see it, can I? Well, pretend. There we go.
So can I make things a bit quicker and go to Retidville?
So who makes the premium deluxe version of Amsterdam then? Oh, it's the sorry,
Sobo.
the one that comes with Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? Got you.
Yeah.
That's like I really want to. Oz Flight Simulator has been showing off the black. There's a black square Baron 58 mod. It looks amazing, but I don't have the premium deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, so there's absolutely no point for me. And I kind of wish it's a shame, because if they actually had an independent model, I probably would have bought that actually. But hey ho.
Well, interestingly enough, I've started working on the SDK for Flight Sim, so I might, if they're not going to do Flight Tampa's not going to do Amsterdam.
Yeah,
I think I'd be able to make a freeware airport.
That would be pretty cool, Dark.
Not just good for liveries, you know.
I would I'll tell you one I'd like to see. I'm trying to think of one that you would also have an interest in, because it'd have to really be a European airport, wouldn't it? I mean, do we have one for Southampton? Yeah, there is.
We
There's
do,
an one
yeah.
for Southampton. We've got Southend. Don't know if we have Stansted.
Yeah, we have Stansted, but that's been redone because the original developers left it.
Well, they just didn't bother anymore.
Yeah, they've done it and then they've just abandoned it, basically, by the sound of
Right.
it.
Right.
The ground textures now don't match, so you've got a runway up a hill and there's no hill at Stansted. The taxiway is like half up, half down.
That's strange.
So
Why bother? Why bother doing something if you're not going to upkeep it? But then again, I mean, that's the one thing probably some developers don't think about is the sim's always changing.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that happened, there's a fantastic Chicago city scenes city enhancement pack that you can get from Orbix, but it was completely messed up by Asobo reintroducing Meg's Field, because there's actually what's actually there now is a park. So if you still have that installed and you look at Meg's, it's all messed up. There's like hills coming out of the runway and stuff, so you have to take it out until they update it. And I did actually report it to say, yeah, you need to fix this, because they put it on the change, but I've never heard anything back, and I haven't seen any update come from Orbix for it, so I'm just presuming they've just said, no, actually, we don't really care.
But it's like the New Zealand mesh and Frankfurt pack. They're already introduced into Azobos, but they're slightly different for a few buildings and stuff. But you can't use them both together because they conflict.
Yeah.
So all those that have
Happens a lot.
bought it, basically all those that bought it from Orbix have now lost out, because basically it's free with the sim.
Yeah, I know. And it's
Kevin, roll to the end.
Go to the end.
Roll to the end, we're down the bottom.
Right.
Oz Flight Simmer says the Bonanza is just as good. So this is the Dark Square mod. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Just from what I could see on the Baron 58 mod, just looked spectacular, absolutely amazing. I think they did one for the King Air 350 we established, but we don't know if it's up to the same standard. But I'll have to do some checks and see if anyone's done some reviews on that. Oh, Kev's on inbound, slowly but surely.
Shamrock on the Tiger for final.
Yep, I've got the drone out for you. We're just waiting for you to come in now.
Bouncy off the trees. 300 checked.
Maybe go a little bit closer.
Roger. 200 checked.
Oh, it says, ask the lovely people at Just Flight to see if they can help you out. I don't have the premium deluxe version of Flight Simulator, that's the problem. I've got the Game Pass one, so I'll need to invest in that first. Certainly help me out for the Bonanza anyway. Oh, are you going around? Okay, no.
No?
That was just a blip. Looked alright?
Yeah, a little bit bouncy.
It looked like you're a bit right at the center line initially. I don't know if that was just...
Tiny bit, yeah, I had to push for the crosswind, but
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
80 knots, rigs.
Well, what Shane's saying nicely ties in, because we should, I think it's time we give our sponsors a quick mention.
It's a good point too. And actually, timing-wise, so a big thanks to Orbix, obviously, for we were using Cork today. Huge shout out to them. But next week we're going back to Old Faithful. We'll be hopping back into the Just Flight Piper Aero Turbo. And where are we going, Kev, next week?
It's Brazil, isn't it?
Brazil, right?
I think.
So,
Let me double check there when I get to the gate.
Yes, it is. It's Brazil.
awesome.
4 airports in Brazil. 2 included in the sim and 2 available from Orbix.
Which is going to be fun. Great fun. So yeah, do check us out next week. I think currently by plan we're going to be doing it Thursday night. I can't see any reason why that's going to change. Not the time being anyway. So yeah, we'll see you then. But huge thank you to Kevin for another interesting journey from your homeland to somewhere not your homeland.
You caught out half of that, so could go ahead.
And I got Barnaba. Barnaba Gomes says, "Bom dia." How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. But yeah, thanks for flipping. I quite enjoyed that, and it was nice to see Cork again, because I think we had a bit of a problem with the stream when we flew from Cork last time, wasn't it?
We did.
Something happened, so that hopefully this time everything's come off clean. Next week we'll be doing a GA flight, and a week after that I can't remember what's happening actually. But we're going to be doing a poll as well in the future, so if you're watching on Restream or you're watching live, there will be a poll coming out to find out what routes you prefer, if you prefer us to be in airliners, or you like a mixture of airliners and GA, or if you like fast jets, or if you like fast airplanes, or things like that. So yeah, just to try and get a sense of what people are actually looking for in terms of content, because we like flying anything. We're flexible that way, or easy that way. Quite happy in pretty much any aircraft, but I do like a good airline stream because we have some fantastic conversations. Yeah, Nick, thanks for setting this up. I think this was your first official show to be set up as in your new role as producer.
So yeah, it's been fun.
Absolutely.
Hopefully see you Thursday.
Likewise. And of course, Dark Fury, always great to see you as well. Oh, are you flying the Frontier livery?
Oh, me? No, I'm in Aer Lingus.
No, Dark.
Oh, dang.
No, I have special red edition positive rating.
Oh, right, yeah, but you got a Frontier livery on model matching, which looks really awesome. I'll have to get the Fenix. Version at some point. And there you go, Kev, you managed to get to the gate just in time to say goodbye.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Dark Fury, thanks for coming along today. It was great to see you, mate.
Always a pleasure.
And as Kevin is making this final taxi, bring those sim noises down a bit. Gotta do some dancing for Dark Fury as well. £3 donation from Dark. Thank you, Dark, today. We get some cool music on as well, so we'll just give it going.
90s dance music.
Well, it's kind of dancey. Big thank you to Dark. Thank you for that. The tip, mate. It's really helpful. Thanks for some of the costs. And it's getting more expensive every month, unfortunately. Just with, I think we're supposed to be seeing a price increase on some of the assets, but it is what it is. Stu's loving it anyway. See, and he says I'll fly anything. Ah, right, cool. All right, fair enough. Okay. I think that's us, guys. So, wish you all a pleasant weekend. Have a great Saturday, and all of you watching, have a fantastic weekend as well. And we'll see you on Thursday next week. Thank you for joining us on Positive Rate. Do check show notifications for our next stream, which is currently planned for Thursday. Some things can change. Oz Flight Sim says, see everyone. Thank you. Oz, always great to see you, Shane. Take care. Have a great weekend and a nice evening. I know it's late at night for you there. And we'll see you next time right here on Positive Rate. Take care, folks. All the best.